Today we're going to talk about lesson 5.2, which is a continuation of ratios. Make sure you have your notebook and your pencil out ready to take notes and write down the examples. Remember, you can pause the video anytime you need to. Again, with this lesson as well, we are just doing the beginning where we're identifying equivalent ratios and rates. The next couple of lessons we will move on, but we're still here. So let's go ahead and write two equivalent ratios that describe the relationship between seahorses and starfish. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 seahorses. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 starfish. So there's one ratio. Equivalent, I'm going to divide both by 3. So I'm going to get 5 to 3. There we go. There's an equivalent ratio. I could take our simplest form and multiply it by 2 and get 10 to 6, which would be yet another equivalent ratio. Write two equivalent ratios that describe the relationship between pens and pencils. Well, I have 4 pens, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pencils. So there's 1. I can divide this by 2. That would give me 2 to 5. I could multiply it by 3, which would give me 6 to 15. So I, in fact, have 1, 2, 3 equivalent ratios. You technically only needed 1. So we're going to draw a picture here because we got a flag postage stamp. So that's a small one, like that. That measures 10 millimeters high and 20 millimeters on its base. Then we have a flag outside of the school that measures 4 feet high and 8 feet on the base. I want to know, are the values of the two ratios of the base to height of the two, what are the values of the two ratios of base to height of the two flags? So our postage stamp, we want the base to the height. So we're going to have 20 to 10 would be that. If I divided by 2, it would be 2 to 1. Then I have the school flag. I'll do this one in red. That would be the base is 8 to 4 the height. Again, divide by 2, that would give me 4 to 2. Divide by 2 again, that would give me 2 to 1. I should have divided by 4 right away, but that's okay. Still works. So that is also 2 to 1. Are they equivalent? Yes. Both of them equal 2 to 1 when taken down to its simplest ratio. Write the ratio of the base to height for both the movie ticket and the theater screen. So the movie ticket we'll do in red, and they want from base to height, so that's 4 to 2. And again, if we divide by 2, that gives us 2 to 1. That's in its simplest form. The theater screen would be 8 to 4, base to the height. I'm going to divide by 4 this way right away. That would give me 2 to 1. So again, are the two ratios equivalent? Yes, they are. They both simplify to 2 to 1. So how can I tell if they are equivalent? So what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to take 75 and I'm going to divide by 5 to see to see what I get, and 75 divided by 5 is 15. So again, if I do this way, 75 divided by 15 gave me 5. So now I'm going to do the same thing with 120. Do 120 divided by 8. That also gives me 15. So 120 divided by 15 gives me 8. Yes, they are equivalent because I divided them both by 15. So first thing we're going to do is simplify all the ratios. And I just want you to look at the two numbers and divide by the biggest number you can. So here I'm going to divide by 10, which gives me 4 to 1. Example 7, I got 45 and 18. I'm going to divide by 9. That's going to give me 5 to 2. Now I got 9/10 and 1 5/10. If I take out the decimals, I got 9 and 15. So I know I can divide by 3, but because they have decimals, I'm going to divide by 3/10. And that's going to give me 3 to 5. Same thing with 1 and 2/10, 7 and 2/10. I'm going to take out the decimals. Think of it as 12 and 72. And I'm going to divide by that 12, or in this case, 1 and 2/10 because of those decimals. And I get 1 to 6. This one is a little bit tricky just because it has fractions, but it is already simplified. I can't simplify 1/2 and 2/3 anymore. They're already simplified, so I'm done with that one. Now we need to pick out which one is different. So 3 are the same, 1 is different. So the easiest thing to do, as far as I'm concerned, is simplify it down. So I'm going to divide by 2. That's going to give me 5 to 3. 12 and 8, I'm going to divide by 4. That's going to give me 3 to 2. 15 and 9, I'm going to divide by 3. That's going to give me 5 to 3. 20 and 12, I'm going to divide by 4, and that's going to give me 5 to 3. So if we look at it, 12 to 8 does not belong. That's the one that simplifies to a different ratio. Let's go ahead and do B. 6 and 9, I'm going to divide by 3. I get 2 to 3. 12 and 18, I'm going to divide by 6. That's going to give me 2 to 3. 20 and 30, I'm going to divide by 10. That's going to give me 2 to 3. Well, divide by 5 for 15 and 25. That's going to give me 3 to 5. That's the one that is different. Started thinking that, but we wanted to double check. Let's do C. Let's divide by 5. So that's going to give me 5 to 6. 28 and 35, I'm going to divide by 7. That's going to give me 4 to 5. 12 and 15, I'm going to divide by 3. That's going to give me 4 to 5. 32 to 40, I'm going to divide by 8. That's going to give me 4 to 5. So the one that does not belong is the first one. So there are 3 ways that we can check that ratios are equivalent. Let's go ahead and go to the next page to list them. First way that we can find out if ratios are equivalent is simplify down, and if they're the same, they are if they are the same, they are equivalent. If same, then they're equivalent. The second way is going across. AB equals CD. We'll just use an example. I can go left and right. And I'm going to multiply or divide across. The last way is, again, AB equals CD, just a simple ratio here. We could go up or down. And again, you're multiplying or dividing up and down, one way or the other. And if it works, then we know we have equivalent fractions. I would put this into your notes, so if you haven't already, pause the video and put these into your notes. Your homework then is in Schoology. It's the 5.2 homework 2020. Again, that's just when I updated the homework. But this is due in our next class. If you're in class, you have a paper copy. If not, there's a PDF in Schoology. Message me if you have any questions.